All right, time for another day of pissing people off. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Ranger Central, and today we are continuing our free agent slash trade target type series here, if you will, where I'm starting to do 2 a day, so stay tuned for the one that will be up later on the channel. You guys will see that. Don't know what time I'm going to put it out, maybe 1:30 like I did yesterday, which we did Kane and Bertuzzi, so be sure to check both of those out if you haven't already, unless you don't want either of them, which at that point, then I don't know what to tell you. It will probably just annoy you. But today we're going to jump into a defenseman. We're going to be talking about Brett Pesce. Before we jump into it, though, leave a like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live. But yeah, let's jump into this. We're, like I said, going to a defenseman in Brett Pesce, New York native too. So you know what? He'll get to come hometown if he decides to end up signing here. And I do want to say off of the rip, because I know that I'm going to piss off a lot of people from the Get Off My Lawn crowd. Just a little jab, but don't take it personal, please. But regardless, I know people are not going to be happy with the fact that this does mean that I am insinuating that Jacob Trouba would be bought out, because at that point, the right side would be Fox, Pesce, and Schneider if they were to go down this route. So do not get mad if you are, I mean, people will either way, but do not get mad because, again, this is just a hypothetical. This does not mean it's going to happen. In this hypothetical, they would be buying out Jacob Trouba, which as a fan, I would still be okay with it if they bought out Trouba, but I know people are going to be mad about it either way. But regardless, you're entitled to your opinion. Not that I agree with it, but you're entitled to it. So when it comes to Brett Pesce, though, guy is just a workhorse. On the blue line, he is a absolute shutdown defenseman. That's why you look at the points, not a whole lot there in terms of that. But even then, like a guy that puts up 25 to 30 points, didn't this year because he ended up getting hurt a good amount, which also in the playoffs, he only ended up logging 2 games, both against the Islanders, and then got hurt in that series, which the Rangers didn't have to deal with him in that series, which would have made things more difficult if they did, because instead they got the luxury of facing Tony DeAngelo, which is a huge downgrade from a guy like Brett Pesce, which you look at the 2023 playoffs for him, which you can't see because I'm covering it, but 6 points in 15 playoff games there. So not bad stuff when it comes to Brett Pesce in the playoffs in terms of even points. But obviously you're not bringing him in for points. You're bringing him in to play shutdown defense. And then you look at the all 3 zone stuff. The biggest thing, if you try to enter the offensive zone going against Brett Pesce, good freaking luck. I mean, good luck to you. This guy, I don't know if it's a system thing or what. I think it's mostly him too. This guy is so good when it comes to playing a solid defensive game and clogging the neutral zone. Very good still, even with puck retrievals, to an extent. Obviously, some of it's bad. Pretty good with zone exits. Pretty good in terms of breaking the puck out, which is a huge thing there. I'm curious what it looked like last year, though, where he was actually healthy for the full year, and that's just not Brett Pesce. I don't know how we got to John Carlson there. But there we go, Brett Pesce. And then we look at last year. Might have refreshed. That might have been why that happened. But there you go, Brett Pesce. Yeah, last year even better with some of the numbers. And, I mean, look at just the zone entry stuff. Ridiculous. You look at this in terms of the evolving hockey model. Things don't look too great in terms of the past 2 years, which is actually a little surprising. Even 3 years. I would have thought these numbers would have been up in terms of the Corsi against and the expected goals against. It's a little surprising. I thought he was more like pure shutdown than that. A little interesting, because then you look at this card and it's also from there. And it's like that. I don't know. This is making me feel weird now. See, this is what happens. This is why we do these videos, because it makes me, you know, have a difference of opinion. Although I guess this is because of the shorthanded defense and then the even strength. This is what I do these videos, like, and do these breakdowns with you guys, because, like, I don't have all the info. And this is actually, like, giving me making me question things a bit. I don't know if it's because of the fact that he plays with, I'm pretty sure he plays with Brady Shea. I don't know if it's that or what, but a little alarming, some of the stuff there, which is interesting, actually. I don't know. I kind of feel differently than I did going into the video about Brett Pesce. I mean, I'm not totally against it now. Like, don't get me wrong, because I think this contract, 5.5 for 6 years, definitely the term is a little steep in that regard. But I don't think it's terrible in terms of the fact that he does play a solid game. Like, it's not like he's bad. I'm not insinuating he's bad, but some of the things are a little alarming to an extent here with Brett Pesce. I thought, I don't think 5.5. Like I said, I think it's an upgrade over Trouba for sure. But you'd have 7 million and keep the change to sign a top line right winger, left shot D-man. Does make things a little tough. Ideally, you'd want to trade Trouba versus buying him out, because then you get fully out of that deal. But I don't know if that's plausible, to be honest with you. But I would envision a Pesce Miller pair. I think that would be the most ideal if they brought in Brett Pesce. But I don't know, like, not gonna lie, I'm glad he's good at killing penalties, but I'm a little weary in terms of some of the even strength defensive numbers. Like, I really thought that it would be better. And I know that the charts don't say it all. I know at the end of the day, the eye test reigns supreme for the most part. Obviously, it depends, you know, whose eye test it is. But I don't know, at least in my opinion, like, you look at 2021, like, this is what I thought Brett Pesce was, like, consistently, which, listen, maybe it's the fact that he's playing with a guy like Brady Shea. I don't know what it is, but I thought Pesce was just better than that, simply. Again, I really don't know what it is, but maybe it's a team thing. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe it's just dealing with injuries every now and then. I really don't know what it is, but again, maybe it's just the analytics doing him dirty for all I know, because at the end of the day, like I said, from the eye test, I mean, I think from the eye test, at least, he's a very good shutdown defenseman. And I'd be very interested to see him play in this top 4. Does play physical, too, a little bit. So that is something that would be very welcoming for this Rangers team. And then I could even envision, you know, putting Miller up there. Maybe even pairing him with Jones could be an idea. And then signing a left shot D-man down there. Couple different options you could do in terms of the flexibility there with Brett Pesce. He would definitely be killing penalties, which he would do a way better job than Jacob Trouba at that. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, when it comes to Pesce, I don't think the contract's bad. Granted, again, there are some things that do seem a little alarming compared to what I thought going in. I do like this sort of stuff, like the zone entry stuff. He's very good at denying zone entries, but definitely interesting looking at some of the other stuff there. Makes me feel a little weird. Because I thought for sure, like, Brett Pesce was a slam dunk type move, especially at this cap hit that he's projected at. But now it makes me a little weary. I'm not sure. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is where I ask you guys and want to get your guys' opinions. At the end of the day, you know, we do these to get multiple opinions, not just mine. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you guys want Pesce? Are you a little put off by some of the stuff I showed? Or do you believe from your eyes that he's a very good defenseman still? I'm willing to lean and say that a lot of it is more a team-based thing. But again, I don't know entirely. But again, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. I still wouldn't be totally against the idea of signing Pesce, but let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.